so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go get up. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor so photogenic. All my life I've been a go get up. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson over the middle, complete to Samuel. Fighting through it, he's got space.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jarnell Mooney from 6 yards away. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. Here's Strong to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. And that will will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
Scratch your head. We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he likes to atone for his errors.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
It's now 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Colts nothing.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Play action. Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Brady.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Brady. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Complete to number 85. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Brady to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
To throw is Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Devontae Smith.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level.
Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Brady buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, here's Strong.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Here's Strong, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Brady going to go on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Rosas' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that there's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
The loss of the yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 12 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Brady will look to throw for it. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game.
And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking,
touchdown! Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost afraid you're coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second down here, strong once more.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Brady now to throw. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Traylon Burks with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. The 17-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on all their throws.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Now Brady again. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Brady. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Brady, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Play action. Now Wilson. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Room here to run. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 54 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Up the middle with Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Barkley. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The handoff to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Wilson's pass complete to Andrews. First down goal.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.